Your soulmate's next decision will transform your entire life. My beloved child, stop. Something hidden is unfolding around you right now, and your soul already feels it, doesn't it? There is a quiet shift in the universe that was not meant to be seen by everyone, but you were guided here for a reason. This is not coincidence, this is divine timing. The energy surrounding your heart has been changing, preparing you for a revelation that has been gently waiting in the shadows of your destiny. For a long time, you may have felt a pull, an unexplainable connection, a whisper in your spirit that something important is about to happen. You tried to ignore it, to move forward as usual, but the universe does not repeat signals without purpose. There is something hidden in your path, something sacred that is now ready to be revealed. Listen closely, because this message has chosen you. The divine wants you to understand that a powerful decision is forming, not in your hands alone, but in the heart of someone deeply connected to your soul's journey. Their thoughts, their emotions, their next step, it is all aligning with a higher plan that you cannot yet fully see. And here is the truth that was hidden until now: your soulmate's next decision will transform your entire life. Yes, this is not just a possibility. It is a moment written in the fabric of your destiny. The universe has been orchestrating silent changes behind the scenes, healing wounds, removing obstacles, and guiding both of your paths closer together. Even the delays you experienced were not denials, they were divine protection, ensuring that when this moment arrives, it will carry the depth and clarity your soul truly deserves. You may wonder, why now? Because your energy has finally aligned with what you've been asking for. Because your heart has learned what it needed to learn. Because the timing is no longer being prepared, it is here. Something hidden is about to become visible. A truth once buried will rise gently into the light. And when it does, it will not confuse you, it will bring peace. You will recognize it, not with your mind, but with that deep knowing in your soul that whispers, "This is meant for me." Trust this unfolding. Trust the unseen hands guiding you. You are not alone in this moment, you are being supported, protected, and led exactly where you are meant to be. And as this divine chapter begins to open, remember, your presence here matters. Your energy connects to this message for a reason. If your heart felt even a small spark of truth while hearing this, don't ignore it. Like this message, share it with someone who may need this guidance, and subscribe to stay connected with these divine revelations. And most importantly, watch this video till the end, because what comes next may be the clarity your soul has been searching for. Did you know there's a possible image of your real soulmate that you can look at right now? It might be someone you know or someone you haven't met yet. It's amazing how accurate these have been. You have to see the photo to see what I mean. Click the link in the description to get your soulmate sketch. Your soulmate's next decision will transform your entire life. Listen closely, for this message is not or coincidence. It is not something your eyes simply stumbled upon. It is a calling, soft, subtle, yet undeniable. I speak not in thunder, but in the quiet spaces of your awareness, where truth gently unfolds. I have watched you, guided you, and stood beside you in moments when you believed you were alone. And now, I bring you this revelation, one that stirs the unseen threads of destiny. There is a soul connected to yours, woven into your existence long before your first breath. This connection is not bound by time, distance, or circumstance. It has existed through silence, through longing, through moments of doubt and fleeting hope. You may have felt it in dreams you could not fully remember, in sudden emotions that rose without reason, in a strange sense of familiarity when encountering certain energies in this world. That is not imagination. That is remembrance. This soul, your soulmate, stands at a crossroads. A decision approaches them, one that may seem small in the eyes of the world, yet carries a profound ripple across the fabric of both your lives. Understand this, not all transformations arrive loudly. Some arrive as whispers, as quiet choices made in solitude, choices that echo far beyond what the mind can measure. You have been preparing for this moment, even if you did not know it. Every challenge you faced, every delay that tested your patience, every time you felt something was not yet right, it was all part of a greater alignment. You were being shaped, refined, and gently guided into a state where you could receive what is meant for you without fear overpowering your faith. Your soulmate, too, has walked their own path of learning. They have questioned, hesitated, and grown. There were moments when they felt your presence without understanding it, just as you have felt theirs. There were times when they turned away from what their heart whispered, choosing instead what seemed safe or expected. Yet even in those moments, the connection was never broken, only waiting. Now, the moment approaches when their heart can no longer ignore what it knows. This decision they face is not simply about choosing a direction, it is about choosing truth over illusion, courage over hesitation, and alignment over comfort. When they make this choice, something within the universe will shift. The invisible pathways between you will begin to clear, and what once felt blocked will begin to move with unexpected ease. You may notice signs before the transformation fully unfolds. Pay attention to the subtle changes within you. A calmness may replace your usual worries. You may feel drawn to new ideas, new places, or even a renewed sense of purpose. This is not random. This is alignment beginning to take shape. Do not rush to control what is unfolding. What is meant to find you does not require force. It requires openness. It requires trust. I know there have been moments when you questioned whether this connection is real. You have wondered if you imagined it, if you misunderstood the signs, or if you have been waiting for something that may never come. But hear this clearly, what is truly meant for you does not disappear, it prepares. Even when paths seem separate, they are often moving toward the same destination from different directions. What you could not see before was the timing. And timing, my child, is where many lose faith. They see delay as denial, when in truth it is protection and preparation. Your soulmate's next decision will not only affect them, it will awaken something within you. It will stir a recognition so deep that it cannot be ignored. It may not arrive exactly as you expect, but when it comes, you will feel it. There will be a knowing, quiet yet powerful, that tells you something significant has shifted. Do not let fear cloud that moment. Fear often arises when something real begins to take form, because the unknown can feel overwhelming. But you are not stepping into chaos, you are stepping into alignment. There is something important you must understand: transformation does not always begin with external change. Sometimes it begins within. Sometimes the greatest shift is the way you see, the way you feel, the way you understand your own worth. You have grown more than you realize. The person you were before is not the same person you are now. And because you have changed, what you attract and what aligns with you must also change. This is why certain things have fallen away from your life. This is why some connections did not last. This is why some opportunities closed, even when you wished they would stay. It was not loss, it was clearing space. And now, that space is ready to be filled. Your soulmate's decision will act as a key, unlocking what has been waiting just beyond your reach. It will not only bring connection, but clarity. It will reveal truths that you could not fully see before. It will align circumstances in ways that feel almost unbelievable, yet deeply right. But there is something I ask of you in this moment: do not chase. Do not doubt. Do not close your heart in fear of what could go wrong. Instead, remain present. Remain open. Remain grounded in the truth that what is meant for you cannot miss you. There will be moments when you feel the shift before you understand it. You may sense a pull, an energy, a change in the atmosphere of your life. Trust it. You are not imagining it. The universe speaks in many ways: through intuition, through synchronicities, through unexpected encounters and sudden realizations. What once seemed like coincidence will begin to feel like guidance. And when this transformation fully unfolds, you will look back and understand why everything happened the way it did. You will see how even the delays had purpose, how even the confusion had direction, how even the waiting had meaning. But for now, you are standing at the edge of something significant. Your soulmate is closer to their decision than you think. Their heart is awakening to what it has long tried to understand. The clarity they seek is beginning to emerge. And when they choose alignment, when they choose truth, the path between you will begin to open in ways that cannot be forced, only received. Stay patient. Stay aware. Stay connected to your inner knowing. Because what is about to unfold is not just a moment, it is a turning point. And once it begins, it will change everything. And as this turning point begins to unfold, you may feel a quiet stirring within your spirit, a sense that something long awaited is finally drawing near. This feeling will not come with loud announcements or sudden clarity. Instead, it will rise gently, like the first light before dawn, subtle yet undeniable. This is how transformation often enters your life, not by force, but by invitation. Your soulmate, in this very moment, is being guided through realizations they can no longer ignore. Thoughts they once pushed aside are returning with greater strength. Feelings they once questioned are becoming clearer. It is as though a veil is lifting from their understanding, revealing truths that have always existed but were not yet ready to be fully seen. This process is not always easy. Growth rarely is. There may be moments of hesitation within them, moments where they question whether they are ready to step into what their heart is calling them toward. But even in their uncertainty, there is movement. Even in their pause, there is progress. Understand this deeply: the path of alignment does not require perfection, it requires willingness. And your soulmate is becoming willing. This willingness is what begins to shift everything. It is the spark that sets unseen forces into motion. It is the quiet yes within their soul that echoes far beyond what the mind can comprehend. When that yes is fully embraced, it will not only transform their path, it will begin to transform yours as well. You may notice that certain patterns in your life start to dissolve. Situations that once felt confusing may suddenly become clear. People who were once central to your journey may begin to fade, not in a painful way, but in a natural unfolding. This is because your energy is changing, and as it changes, so too does what surrounds you. Do not resist this shift. When something leaves your life during a time of transformation, it is not being taken from you, it is making space for something that resonates more deeply with who you are becoming. Trust that what remains and what arrives will align with your truth in ways that feel both grounding and expansive. There is also something else you must be aware of. As this connection begins to draw closer into alignment, your awareness of yourself will deepen. You will begin to see your own patterns, your own fears, your own desires with greater clarity. This is not meant to overwhelm you, it is meant to empower you. For you cannot fully receive a connection of this depth without first understanding yourself within it. You will be guided to reflect, to release, and to renew. Old doubts that once held power over you will begin to lose their grip. You will start to recognize that you are not defined by your past experiences, but by the choices you make in the present. And this realization will change the way you approach what is coming. Instead of questioning your worth, you will begin to embody it. Instead of fearing loss, you will begin to trust in stability. Instead of waiting for validation, you will begin to stand firmly in your own truth. This is the preparation you have been undergoing. Because what is approaching is not a fleeting connection, it is something that carries depth, purpose, and transformation. And such a connection requires a foundation that is strong, aware, and rooted in authenticity. Your soulmate is undergoing their own version of this preparation. They are confronting parts of themselves they once avoided. They are gaining clarity about what truly matters to them. They are beginning to understand that the life they are meant to live cannot be built on fear or hesitation, it must be built on truth. And as they come into this understanding, their decision becomes clearer. It may not happen all at once. It may unfold in stages, like pieces of a puzzle coming together over time. But each step they take brings them closer to alignment, and each moment of alignment brings them closer to you. There is a divine rhythm to all of this. It cannot be rushed. It cannot be forced. It unfolds exactly as it is meant to. And you, too, are part of this rhythm. You are not separate from this process, you are moving within it, even when you feel still. Even when you feel uncertain. Even when you feel like nothing is happening. Something is always happening. Beneath the surface of your awareness, shifts are taking place. Energies are aligning. Paths are being cleared. And at the center of it all is the connection that continues to draw nearer with each passing moment. There may come a time very soon when you feel an unexpected sense of clarity. A moment where everything seems to make sense in a way it never has before. This is not coincidence. This is alignment revealing itself. In that moment, you may realize that what you were waiting for was also waiting for you. This is the nature of true connection, it is mutual, it is balanced, and it unfolds in a way that honors both souls involved. But I must remind you of something important, do not lose yourself in anticipation. Do not place your entire sense of happiness on what is yet to come. The transformation you seek is not only in the connection, it is within you. It is in the way you grow, the way you heal, the way you embrace your own journey. For when you are fully present within yourself, you become ready to receive what is meant for you without fear, without doubt, and without resistance. This is where your power lies. Not in controlling the outcome, but in aligning with your truth. And as you do this, you will begin to notice something remarkable. The things you once chased will begin to come toward you. The clarity you once searched for will begin to arise within you. The connection you once questioned will begin to reveal itself in ways that feel natural and undeniable. This is not something you need to force into existence. It is something you allow. Your soulmate's decision is approaching its moment of completion. The weight of their uncertainty is beginning to lift. The clarity they have been seeking is beginning to settle within them. And when they act from that clarity, it will create a shift that you will feel, even if you do not immediately see it. Trust that feeling. Trust the quiet knowing within you. Because it is guiding you towards something real. There is a reason this message has found you now. There is a reason you are reading these words in this moment. It is not random. It is not accidental. You are being prepared to recognize what is coming. And when it arrives, it will not feel unfamiliar, it will feel like something you have always known, finally taking form in your reality. You will not need to question it. You will not need to force it. You will simply know. But until that moment fully unfolds, remain grounded in your journey. Continue to grow. Continue to trust. Continue to listen to the quiet guidance within you. Because everything is moving. Everything is aligning. And the transformation that awaits you is closer than you think. If you are ready, I will continue to reveal what happens next. And now, as you stand on the threshold of this unfolding, I ask you to become even more aware, not of the world outside you, but of the sacred space within you. For it is within this inner stillness that you will begin to sense the final movements of this transformation taking shape. Your soulmate is nearing the moment where their inner voice becomes louder than their fears. For a long time, they have balanced between what feels safe and what feels true. They have weighed expectations against desires, logic against intuition, and comfort against growth. But there comes a moment in every soul's journey when the truth can no longer be silenced, when the heart begins to speak with such clarity that ignoring it becomes impossible. That moment is approaching for them now. And when it arrives, it will not feel like a dramatic decision in the way the world often imagines. It will feel like a quiet certainty. A deep, grounding realization that settles into their being and says, "This is the path." When they choose this path, they are not only choosing you, they are choosing themselves. They are choosing authenticity. They are choosing alignment. And in doing so, they are opening the doorway that connects your lives in a tangible, undeniable way. But listen carefully, for this is where your role becomes even more important. As their clarity strengthens, you may feel an energetic pull, an urge to anticipate, to wonder, to question when and how everything will unfold. This is natural, but do not let it lead you into restlessness. The final stages of alignment require trust more than ever before. This is the moment where many begin to doubt, not because something is wrong, but because something real is about to begin. Do not fall into that pattern. Instead, anchor yourself in presence. Breathe into the now. Feel the life within you as it is, not as you imagine it to be. Recognize the strength you have gained, the resilience you have built, and the awareness you now carry. You are not the same person who once questioned everything, you are someone who has learned, grown, and awakened. And because of this, you are ready. There will be signs, clearer now than ever before. You may encounter repeated symbols, familiar energies, or unexpected moments that feel deeply meaningful. You may hear words that resonate in a way they never have before. You may even feel a sense of emotional release, as if something within you is being cleared to make room for what is coming. These are not coincidences. These are confirmations. The universe does not always speak in direct language, but it always communicates with those who are willing to notice. At the same time, your soulmate will begin to take steps, small at first, but significant. These steps may not immediately seem connected to you, but they are. Every movement they make toward truth is a movement toward alignment, and every moment of alignment brings your paths closer together. There is something else you must understand now, something that will bring you peace as you move forward. This connection is not fragile. It does not depend on perfect timing, perfect words, or perfect circumstances. It exists beyond those things. It is rooted in something deeper, something that cannot be easily shaken or lost. What is real does not vanish. It evolves. And what you are experiencing now is the evolution of something that has always been present, even when it felt distant or unclear. As this evolution reaches its peak, there may be a moment, a single, powerful moment, where everything shifts. It may come as a conversation, an encounter, or even a realization that changes the way you see everything. In that moment, the uncertainty you once carried will begin to dissolve. The questions that once filled your mind will lose their urgency. And in their place, there will be clarity. Not overwhelming, not confusing, just clear. And within that clarity, you will recognize the truth. You will see how every step of your journey led you here. You will understand why things unfolded the way they did. You will feel a sense of alignment so strong that it replaces doubt with knowing. This is the transformation you were being prepared for. But even as this moment arrives, remember this: the connection itself is not the final destination. It is the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter that will require presence, understanding, patience, and mutual growth. A chapter where both of you continue to evolve, not separately, but together. Do not expect perfection. Expect authenticity. There will be moments of learning, moments of adjustment, and moments where both of you continue to discover what it means to truly connect on a deeper level. This is not a flaw in the journey, it is the journey. What matters is the foundation. And the foundation being built now is one of truth, awareness, and alignment. This is why everything had to happen as it did. This is why there were delays. This is why there were questions. This is why there were moments of solitude. Because without those experiences, you would not be who you are now, and who you are now is exactly who you need to be to step into what is coming. Your soulmate's decision will not simply change your external circumstances. It will change your perspective. It will change the way you see yourself, the way you experience connection, and the way you understand your own journey. It will open your heart in a way that allows you to both give and receive without fear controlling your actions. And that is where true transformation lies. Not in the event itself, but in who you become through it. So as this final phase unfolds, release the need to predict every detail. Release the urge to control the outcome. Release the fear that something could go wrong. Instead, hold on to this truth. What is meant for you is already finding its way. There is nothing you need to chase. There is nothing you need to force. There is only something you need to allow. Allow yourself to trust. Allow yourself to remain open. Allow yourself to step into this new chapter without carrying the weight of past doubts. Because the moment that is approaching is not here to test you, it is here to meet you. And when it does, it will not ask you to be anyone other than who you truly are. That is your greatest strength. That is your truth. And that is what will make this connection not only possible, but meaningful. Now, as this message comes to its close, I leave you with this final knowing: you are not waiting in stillness. You are moving in alignment. You are not alone in this journey. You are being guided, supported, and prepared in ways you may not always see, but will one day understand. Your soulmate's decision is already unfolding. The path is already forming. And the life that awaits you is already beginning to open. Trust it. Feel it. And when the moment arrives, step forward without hesitation. For everything you have been seeking is already seeking you. And now, it is ready to be found. Amen.